What's up, guys? It's the Window Podcast here, and today we're going to be talking about Aquaman and really just like the difference between Aquaman and like all the Marvel movies that have come out over the years.
Yeah.
But you go ahead.
Yeah, Aquaman we just saw recently, and it was a really different kind of movie than we've seen like with Marvel. And so kind of today we're just gonna be kind of talking about like the differences and like what our favorite scenes, least favorite scenes, what we liked, what we didn't like. Kind of just give you like a little synopsis of the movie in general compared to some of the other ones.
Okay, so first off, we'll just give a little like plot summary. So Arthur Curry was the birth child of the Queen of Atlantis and a lighthouse keeper, human. So really, she was just like the queen was running away from Atlantis. She didn't like her. She had an arranged marriage, and she didn't like the guy. So she was leaving. She fell in love with this lighthouse keeper who like saved her. And then like Arthur Curry like grew up and like became like Aquaman. Like he would like help people and like save people. And then like this other guy was trying to. Well, do you remember his name?
I don't know. They all had such weird names.
Yeah, they did. But his brother, his like half brother, was like the next in line for the throne since he was like not like present in Atlantis. So he was like trying to rule Atlantis, and he was doing it kind of in like a weird way because he
wanted to take over.
He wanted to take over, and
he was really power hungry.
Yeah, and like they called them like the surface dwellers.
Oh yeah,
like the surface dwellers are like us, like the people on Earth.
Yeah.
He like didn't like those people, and he was like the tensions are rising with the surface dwellers, like all this stuff, and really like I don't think they even like knew that much about Atlantis.
Yeah.
And he just wanted conflict, basically.
Yeah, like he just wanted to start the conflict to have like a reason to take over like everything. He was like brainwashing all the other kingdoms like that are part of Atlantis.
Yeah. So there's like a whole like those 4 or 5, maybe 6 kingdoms that were underwater. And so basically, the girl like Mira was her name? Mira was the son or the daughter of someone, King Atlan or someone. Yeah. And she like wanted to find like Arthur because she knew that he would be a better king, and the other guy they had in there is
he's
not doing a good job. So she like found this idea about like the trident.
Yeah, how like if Arthur found the trident that he could like take over as king and like. But then there's like this huge adventure, and you can talk a little about that they had to go on to find it. But that's kind of how he like took over.
Yeah, so they had like basically just a little like clue of where to start looking for the trident. Yeah. And so they went there. It was in like Italy somewhere, and so they started looking just like her and Arthur. Well, like first like we skipped a part there. Arthur was just like, oh, okay, like, I'll kick his ass now.
Yeah. And then they, like, fought for the first time.
Yeah, so they fought for the first time, and Arthur, like, got his butt kicked. And
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, he almost died, and so Mira was like, she, like, called it off, and it was, like, a battle to see who would be king, and she called it off, and then they went on the journey.
Yeah, and that's kind of, like, a lot of the movie is the journey, and then, like, they finally, like, there's a lot of, the movie had a ton of fight scenes. Like it seemed like every 30 minutes there's a fight scene, but I mean it had a lot of conflict, so that kind of like deepened the plot. But
and so really they go after the trident, and then he gets the trident, and after like a long that little journey, gets the trident, and then they go back to Atlantis, and he like catches his brother like in the middle of invading another of the Atlantis kingdoms, and basically defeats him, and he kisses Mira, and then like the movie's over. Like
it's that was like in all it was like is a decent plot, other than the fact it was like really really long. But like I don't know, I had mixed emotions about it.
Yeah, and I could honestly see a lot of similarities with Black Panther.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like if you think about it, it's just like a kingdom, and he's the rightful ruler. Another guy comes in. Takes it over, and he wants war, nothing but war.
Yeah.
Same thing with the antagonist, just wants war, and then he has to learn how to accept his powers and how to like be a suitable king, and then he comes back and he wins the second battle.
Yeah. I feel like Black Panther was so like I feel like it was way like better done, but I can definitely. Dang, there is a lot of similarities between the two because, like, as you said, like, there's the two fight scenes, and then there's, like, a one king, like, who's they're related, and obviously, but, like, they're trying to take over, and, like, one of them's is, like, a regular person, and one's, like, a... Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Black Panther, though, but...
Yeah. And then, like, this one, like, in, like, the first, like, 5 minutes, I remember there was this fight scene.
Yeah.
That
it was
we were sitting...
whack.
We were sitting right next to each other, and he, like, gets into the submarine, and... like takes out all these guys, and it
like,
was the
with
most,
one hand. It was so like
it was like so excessive and just so ridiculous how he was beating these guys. Like it was just so like it was funny, honestly.
We were cracking up.
We were just laughing.
He's using like one hand, just flipping this guy like it. They way over exaggerated his powers. I mean, maybe that's really how he's meant to be, but it was just
kind
of a shock.
It was just weird.
Yeah,
like
it was weird.
He put a guy on his shoulders and ran through a doorway.
Yeah, like it was so unconventional. It was like really.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it, honestly.
It was. I don't know. It was kind of weird. And then the next up we have what was I gonna say? Oh, the beginning scene. Just kind of like the exposition, like setting the scene of like Arthur and everything.
That was probably my favorite part of the movie, if I'm being completely honest. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked like what's her face?
Mirror.
No, I know the actor's name. It's Keith Urban's wife. I can't think.
Oh yeah. I don't know her name. Miranda.
No, it's I don't know. I'm blanking right now, but she like does an okay job like playing that. But I just thought that those scenes were just so dragged out. I don't know. I didn't really like those scenes, honestly.
Really?
And then, like, right when I saw, like the costumes and the armor of all the Atlantis people, like, it was just kind of ridiculous. Like,
you'll guys see when you watch the movie, but literally their armor and stuff, it's like so fake. Like,
it was,
I feel like they could have made the movie so much better if they made it realistic. I feel like, but it was nowhere like. The outfits and like I feel like the whole Atlantis, like the version of Atlantis that they went for, like I just did not like the way they did it.
It looked a lot like Star Wars.
Yeah,
Phantom
it did
Menace,
look. Yep.
Like in Naboo.
Yeah.
Or not Naboo, like the Bossk place or whatever.
Yeah.
It looked a lot like that underwater and stuff, and I felt like it was like the same like underwater scenes just in those parts, and
it's just a whole bunch of panning shots and like
it was weird, and then. Like, let's just talk about the fight scenes for a minute.
Oh my gosh.
The fight scenes. This was probably like
slow-mo after slow-mo.
One of the biggest like problems that we had with the movies were the fight scenes, just because it was CGI slow-mo. Like it was like
your stereotypical like running in slow motion, dodging bullets, like
like it was just kind of
it was
just kind of ridiculous. Like
at one point he falls off like a 10-story building and then just like skids straight up. Like
there were some ridiculous parts, but it was just weird. Like I know what they were trying to go for with those visuals, and
they're trying to make it cool, but they just did way too much of it.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know. They missed. They missed bad with these fight scenes, and they just used way too much CGI. Like Marvel, like with those their fight scenes. Like I was telling Brayden, like a good example of a fight scene in a superhero movie is Civil War. And that last fight scene they do in the like the missile chamber.
It just seems real.
It looks real, and they do every single fight scene in those movies except for like I know parts with like the Hulk, but like they do basically all those fight scenes, and they actually stunt them out. And in Aquaman, like they had some of those fight scenes that were like real, but none of it was 100% real. Like basically,
and
like
the costumes were excessive, and then like there was that one what's his name, the antagonist on land.
Black Manta.
Black Manta, and he's there for like 5 minutes, and then that's it that you get from like their conflict.
Yeah, they went with this whole side plot conflict of Black Manta, and like Arthur killed his dad because like he was killing innocent people, but like in the beginning of the movie, when he raids that submarine, he kills his dad basically. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, like I'm gonna kill this guy," and then like he shows up in like the second, like part of the second act, trying to get on the journey, and like he just shows up and he's like trying to kill him, and then boom, like doesn't show up for the rest of the movie after that fight scene, and it was just weird and an unnecessary just a weird like side plot.
A side plot that needed to be deepened if it was, because he's his main villain. Like,
yeah.
I feel like they either should have done more with him and less of everything else, or just cut him out completely and put him in a different, like, a sequel or something. Because, like,
yeah, definitely. I totally
it could have
agree.
been a cool plot if they did more of it.
Yeah. Like, Black Manta, like you said, like, he's the main villain, basically, in the Aquaman, like, comics and, like, the Justice League stuff. Like, he's totally, like, a big villain who deserves, like, a way better plot than that. And they gave him maybe 20 minutes of screen time.
Like, in Killmonger and Black Panther, that was perfect. I feel like he did, that was deep enough, you know, but, like, this one, there's nothing, like, barely in there.
Like, in Black Panther, there's not, like, that weird side plot
yeah,
that they
no,
have. Like,
it's just him and Killmonger.
That solo plot.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's just a good, like, antagonist, protagonist, just... like contrast right there.
And you just never really knew who Aquaman's like main guy he was going up against with. If it was the King or if it was like Black Manta.
Yeah,
it was just weird.
Because like setting it up, like the first like part of the first act, like at the beginning, you think it's gonna be like, oh, Black Manta.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that's the main guy he's fighting the whole time. But
then it's like, oh no, like Atlantis, they're going to war. Like you need to stop this. Like, I don't know, I feel like they had too many ideas and they tried to put it all in one movie, but. Yeah.
They did a decent job. I mean, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But they definitely could have done a lot different.
Yeah. And I don't know, I had a lot of hope going into this movie because, like I said, like after Justice League and they like got all that feedback, like I thought they were going to turn it around. They're going to figure out how to make like a good superhero movie. And like with Wonder Woman, they like did that. Like they had a good, that was a good superhero movie.
Yeah, I watched it. That's a good movie. Like,
and
like, all.
Like sure, it had its fair share of those CGI like slow-mo like fight scenes, but they still made it work.
Yep.
And this one, it was just too much, I think.
Off the bar.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about favorite scenes. Like, what was? I'll start by like my favorite scene. Definitely wasn't even any of the main fighting ones. It was either I think it was probably just like the beginning when he meets like his mom, like. The whole like narration of his mom, because like that was an important part of it, and I mean that's just kind of the kind of movies I like. Like I'm not really into like the fighting and stuff because this doesn't like interest me that much. But like the beginning, like 30 minutes was probably the favorite of my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, other than the cheesy fight scene, but like I feel like if they went like the direction of Black Manta, like I think it could have been really cool. But
and like I agree with you. Like that first like narration of the mother was good.
Yeah,
I just think it was a little dragged out.
It was,
and like the exposition doesn't need to be that long. Like if you watch, like I just watched The Breakfast Club, and it maybe had like a 5-minute exposition.
Yeah.
Like it was weird because they just go straight into that inciting incident of like going into detention, like Saturday school. Like they just go straight into it, and it's good. It flows well. And with Aquaman, it had like maybe a 30-minute exposition, maybe 20. I don't know. It just took a long time to get into the plot, what's happening, and like I don't know, but yeah, I'd agree. I like that narration at the beginning, so that was
that was what I was mainly going for. That narration at the beginning was really cool, and like that grabbed my attention for a while until the corny fight scene, like in the submarine. But what's your favorite scene?
Yeah, so my favorite scene, I'm gonna have to think about this. I liked that first battle that they had with the tridents. Like it was kind of weird because like the underwater everything CGI, but
it was actually I do like that.
Like it was kind of cool. Like,
it was,
like with the whole like Ring of Death whatever thing they were going for. Like I kind of liked that, and like I thought it was gonna be like cool when like they were setting it up. So I was like kind of excited to see that, but when it was actually there, like I was kind of disappointed. So probably like leading up to that scene, I was like, okay, like this could be pretty cool. So that was probably my favorite scene, and then he goes on to the journey whole thing, but so then we'll go to least favorite scene, or we can just talk.
I'll say I have like my least favorite is probably either the corny fight scene in the submarine or the ending, like the fight between them. So he at the end he fights the evil brother that he has, and his evil brother has like all the kingdoms on his side. But then, like, Aquaman comes in and he has a trident, so he controls all the sea.
Yeah.
And it's just so confusing. Like, it's just there's bullets flying everywhere, and you just do not know what's going on.
Yeah,
and, like,
that was kind of a scattered fight.
It was really scattered, and like I could never tell like where everybody was, who was shooting, like who was on what side. It was just so weird.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to determine that, so they definitely need to clear that up. But my least favorite scene. Like, I really liked the girl who played Mira. Like, I thought
she's a babe, too.
That was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie was honestly just who they cast for her. But, I thought that just those little like love interactions, they went for this whole like love thing going on between.
And that was also another side like,
Yeah.
personal conflict.
Yeah, and so they go with this whole like love story between Mira and Arthur, and like everything is so cringy and like so like Disney, like I don't even know. It looked like, you know, like how cheesy like those cartoon movies are, where it's just like they like fall into each other's hands.
Literally they did that before.
They did it, yeah.
Literally did it.
They like fall into their hands and just like look at each other
Yeah.
like what's gonna happen, you know, like that cheesy
Yeah.
like typical stereotypical like love, like I don't even know. So I thought those were like pretty bad. Like, oh gosh, just thinking about it makes me just cringe.
It was cringy, but
like you could really like Mira and Arthur as a couple.
Yeah.
But just the way that they portrayed it, like
they exaggerated.
It was cheesy and exaggerated.
That's one word to explain this movie: exaggeration. Like literally everything, like the fight scenes with the slow mo, like
just like the music they would play.
Music, yeah.
Like I don't know. Like there can be hype in movies. Like it's possible to like create that hype, but this one it was just cheesy and I don't know.
Yeah.
And it definitely needs some work. I don't know how they let that go through editing and release it, but I don't know. DC has got some work to do for sure.
I'm looking forward to Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam is going to be really good. The trailer.
It'll be funny. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's like Zachary Levi who plays him, but he looks really funny in that movie.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Jimmy Fallon.
He does. He looks like
He looks just like Jimmy Fallon.
Especially when he's like in the Shazam.
Yeah.
Like in the suit and everything. Like, and his voice and everything. Like,
yeah, he does look just like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching a stream of him and Ninja, or that video. Did you watch that today?
When, not today, but there's like, he was on this show before.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks just like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that's funny.
But Shazam should be pretty good. That's coming out in March.
I don't know.
I think it's March.
I think it's March. It'll be pretty good though. I'm excited.
Or no, I think it's April. It's because it's the same month of Infinity War or Endgame. Right.
That'll be a sick month.
Yeah, this year is gonna be really good for movies just because of like Endgame. We got Shazam, Captain Marvel, The Lion King, Aladdin. Yeah. Like they're doing all these insane. Like Disney is about to have a good year.
Disney, like everybody's been waiting for them to put out these like remakes, and they finally they're like, okay, you guys get all of them at one time, and then they're all coming up. But we'll do a vlog. I mean a podcast about that. But
yeah, and then for the end credit scene, I feel like that was really like unfulfilling.
No, it was definitely left a few strings hanging.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was not what I thought. Like we waited and watched it. We were disappointed by the movie, and we stayed around and didn't get much else from the end credit scene. Like
it was just like a Black Manta is gonna be in the sequel.
They literally could have had that. Like
they shouldn't have even put him in the first one. Like they should have made that end credit scene about him and not even put him in the that would have been a lot better. Like if they maybe that scene of him putting together the suit would have been cool as an end credit scene. Yeah. But no, they went for it on this first movie with 3 different side plots, and I don't know. So they definitely this one was, I'd say, a bust.
I say they missed the bar by quite a bit here. DC, y'all got a little bit of work to do, but excited to see what you guys can do with Shazam.
And I'm always hopeful going into these movies.
Yeah, same.
I'm not pessimistic. For Justice League, I was excited. For Wonder Woman, I was pumped. I
mean, obviously we're both Marvel fans over DC, but we're still gonna go to them and see. But
yeah, and it's so sad because I feel like DC has kind of cooler characters. Honestly,
they do. They have way cooler characters. I mean, not way cooler, but they do have some cooler characters.
Yeah, I don't know if you think about it, just breaking it down, Marvel, all they have is a rich guy who has a suit, World War II veteran, a spy, a guy who's really good at shooting a bow, and a Norse god. It's not that cool if you think about it. They just do such a good job putting these movies together, building up.
Spider-Man's pretty cool. Deadpool's cool, but DC has some cool superheroes if they could just do it right.
Yeah, Green Lantern's dope. I think Green Lantern could be a really good movie if they.
DC, you guys need to if you guys are watching this remake, that'd be sick if they made a good. A good one of those.
Oh gosh. Cool. Or I really want to see Martian Manhunter. Have you heard of him?
No, I haven't.
But he is
I heard that was your favorite.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite. He's probably my favorite superhero of all time. I used to watch the Justice League cartoons,
Uh-huh.
and those were like the best thing in the world. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and he has such a cool story. He's like literally, he was from Mars and stuff, and he can like shapeshift into anything he wants and stuff.
Dang.
But he's really cool, and so I don't know. I want to see him in a real movie.
I just want to see DC go for like something that like. Because I feel like Aquaman, that was kind of like a far reach on if it was going to be good or not, and it definitely missed. But I mean, if they can, I feel like one movie will turn it around for DC.
Yeah.
So
And one thing that really surprised me with Aquaman was the Rotten Tomato percentage. Like,
what was it?
it got like a 63.
And that was high.
Yeah, that's
Heck,
way
way
like
too high.
conservative.
I gave it maybe I thought it can go like a 20.
Oh
if
yeah,
that.
it's definitely better than Venom. Like we saw Venom this summer, and or like October.
Yeah.
Did you think it was better than Venom?
I like Venom better.
Yeah,
I like Venom better.
So do I. Like I think Venom was way better.
Yeah.
But it got like a 29.
Oh my god.
Like yeah, Venom got like a 29 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's probably just the filmmaking, like all the I mean, that's probably the reason like why they liked it, just because like the CGI and stuff. But
yeah,
Venom was I didn't think it was that terrible.
Yeah, like it really wasn't that bad. I don't know why the like critics like were
Yeah.
thrashing on it because it was just like a comic book
It's just
accurate
funny.
movie.
Yeah, it
it
was
funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have. I don't know. Aquaman was a bust, but what do you rate it? 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10, probably a 2. I was so bored the entire time.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a solid 3.
Yeah.
I was just bored.
I'd probably give it like maybe a 4.5, 4.5.
It's respectable, yeah.
Yeah, just because like I like the cast. Like
Yeah.
DC knows how to cast.
Yeah,
people.
they do. Yeah.
And like Jason
Not-
Momoa. And,
Yeah, I don't think anyone else could have played him.
Yeah.
Like,
They did I don't know. They tried, and I don't know if they're just like really risking it, going for these weird styles, but
I don't know.
I don't know. They're missing, so they need to like just model theirs
Yeah.
off of Marvel and kind of just try and make a really good superhero movie. So we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some more DC movies. Hopefully, Shazam lives up to our expectations.
Yeah,
So.
hopefully.
All right, DC, you got some work to do, but we're optimistic still.
All right, and that's all for today.
On the window.
Have a good one.